Welcome back. It's PDAC 2025. We are back with one of our favorite guests, Peter Nicholson from WCPD from Ottawa, Ontario. Welcome back.
Thank you, Peter. Yeah.
Now, we did this last year. We talked about flow-through and the federal government's role in the extension of the METC.
Yes.
Did they extend again this year?
They just announced, yeah, they did. And I like to say I'm in Ottawa for a reason. I heard the rumor about 2 weeks ago, which was a surprise. We thought there was a very good chance it would not get renewed. Last year, they left it right the last 2 days. Yeah, and now that the government really isn't there, they're prorogued. But no, they're going to get it done. And Wilkinson knows how important mining is, and it was a nice present for PDAC. Yeah.
So flow-through investors can still have their flow-through.
Well,
both the critical minerals and the non-critical, which includes gold and silver.
Correct. That's right. That's right. And if we had lost it, then we'd still be able to do structured flow. It would just mean that all the individuals would go to the critical mineral side.
Right.
They come in with the juicy 30% federal credits. Only an individual can use a credit. Our corporations, though, would fill in the gap, and there's a much bigger demand on the corporate side. They like underground drilling, a CEE or CDE, because the credits they are wasted, and the deltas in our business that gives the premium to the mining companies and the discount for the liquidity providers that take the stock market risk. They prefer actually the CMETC. That gives it a lot more tax pie.
It's a lot of acronyms, eh?
It is.
A lot of acronyms.
Yeah, military's worse.
Agreed. Yeah. But basically, an investor who invests in a company that does a certain kind of mining exploration gets a credit back from the feds and the province. And the amount changes by province.
Correct.
So a little bird whose name is Tracy told me you had a good week last week.
Oh,
that you were able to help a lot of shareholders.
Yes, yeah, we had a great week. Yeah, we were working with Skeena, one of our favorite clients. We had just done.
You've worked with Skeena many years.
Over a decade.
Okay.
Yeah, we helped finance them when they were a penny stock, 25 pennies, and now we finance them at $17. They're $1.7 billion, and we did the biggest structured flow through, charity flow through in history last June, the day before the capital gains in Canada was supposed to go up. That was a $100 million CDE. That's been going well. It's a $1 billion mine, and so they need a little bit more money. So they came to us about 3 weeks ago and said, we need $40 million more. So we were happy to oblige on that. And then we were surprised by Red Lake. They wanted to do 20 million, started at 12 and got upsized. And then we had our friends at Power Nickel that wanted 40 million. We knew about that months ago that was going to be coming eventually, so we were prepared. But yeah, 100 million, that is a highly unusual. I would say because there was 3 companies, it might have been the best week, I think, in our 37 years as a company.
And it's not that you have millions of dollars under the rug you go looking for.
Right.
You actually pair up individual investors with these companies.
Correct.
And that's your business is putting those two together.
That's right, yes. So to give you some idea on numbers and how corporate CD does not have alternate minimum tax, we did 90 corporations to gobble up the 100 million. We needed 350 investors to gobble up the 40 million of Power Nickel.
Numbers are funny, eh?
Yeah, so it's because they only have slices. 100,000 is a lot for an individual.
Right.
$1 million, $5 million ticket is a reasonable ticket for a corporation.
I've always said the best flow through gets done January to June.
Yes.
Because it gives people time to think and plan. Don't buy flow through in the last 2 weeks of December.
And that's when the biggest demand, because people have waited too long, and then they might not even get it too, Peter, which is even worse. Yeah, we had about 20 million on our waiting list that didn't get filled this December, so they were quite upset. It happens most years. I think we've only had, in the 18 years we've done Charity Flow, I've only had 2 end of Decembers where I didn't have anyone on my waiting list. Yeah, and other than that, they always are disappointed, and we try to educate them to buy early. You get a better deal too, as the individual side, because the corporation, the issuers, and the liquidity providers know that you need the product by November, December, and then they demand more.
It's funny you called it product, because from the investor standpoint, you're getting a credit on your income tax, which to them is the product.
Yes.
Then they get another credit when they donate to a charity, so that's their product.
Yes.
To the company, it's cash.
Yes.
And that's their product.
That's right.
So it's interesting, everybody looks at this from different angles and has a different sense of what the product is.
That's right, and what the benefit is, yeah.
So any other risks for 2025?
Well, we're very lucky that the capital gains got pushed off to January 1st, 2026, and whatever party is in power will have to bring back that legislation. And my prediction and what I'm hearing in Ottawa is that no party, not even the NDP, want the capital gains back. So with Trump dropping taxes, potentially tariffs starting tomorrow, this is not the time to increase, or Canada the place to increase the capital gains. So I think it's dead for years to come, which is fantastic because flow-through shares are all capital gain. The adjusted cross base goes to zero. The METC got extended. We're still struggling on the alternate minimum tax,
which honestly, nobody understands.
No, right? The best way I make an analogy of the AMT, it's like the maximum RSP, which right now is at 31,000.
Right.
Well, the maximum on flows was 30% of your salary dollar. So if someone made 300,000, they could buy 90,000 of flows.
There's so many ifs, and I've read through AMT, and I've talked. Yes. I've been to the seminars. I've talked to the people.
And you're smart.
Some days, and it's very, very complex. But it's just good to know that it doesn't impact all of what you are doing.
No, and we're still in business at 20%. The government gave us an email in August, that said we're going to move it to 30. We want to have more critical minerals. I mean, finance has made that quite clear. They are behind this. They are behind Canada pivoting away from oil and gas over the next 30 years and getting to the electrification minerals.
Should get silver in as a critical mineral, because without silver,
yes.
Right?
Yes.
There's no solar panels.
Well, I know you and I invest in some silver companies, yeah.
I like silver. Anyway, thank you for your time.
You're welcome, Peter.
Always
Thank you,
good talking to you.
All right.
PDAC 2025 with Peter Nicholson from WCPD in Ottawa, Ontario.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Bye-bye.